My mother always loved dramatic entrances, but this time, I stole hers. The room fell silent the moment my husband entered behind me. Confident, composed, powerful in that quiet, terrifying way that made people stand a little straighter. My mother's wine glass shook. My sister gripped her husband's arm like a lifeline. And my ex, my once boyfriend, looked like he'd swallowed glass. They all recognized him. Of course they did. You don't forget the man you tried to replace. But let me start where the rot began. Back when I was naive. Back when I still believed love could survive my mother. I met Daniel in my second year of college. He was warm, gentle, the kind of man who listened with his whole presence. He made me feel seen in a house where I'd spent years fading into wallpaper. My mother didn't like that. "You're too soft for him," she'd say. "Too emotional. Men need strength, not sensitivity." But Daniel loved me. At least that's what I believed. Then came the slow corrosion. My mother's whispers behind kitchen doors. My sister's sudden interest in him. Her hand lingering too long on his shoulder, her laugh too eager. Their late-night study sessions, she insisted, were harmless. I noticed. Of course I noticed. But I told myself to trust. That's what love meant, right? Then came the moment, the proof. My sister's perfume on his jacket. My mother's smirk when I confronted them. And then Daniel saying the sentence that hollowed me out. "Your mother thinks your sister might be a better fit. More stable." I stood there, feeling my ribs tighten like a cage collapsing inward. My mother spoke next, her voice smooth, rehearsed. "She's stronger than you. Better for him. Be happy for them." I didn't cry in front of them. Pain is private. Humiliation even more so. That night, I packed a single suitcase and walked out without looking back. No dramatic goodbye. No begging. Just silence, my final rebellion. Leaving didn't break me, it rebuilt me. I moved across the country, worked 3 jobs, and learned to live with my own company. I stopped waiting for apologies. I stopped needing approval. And somewhere between loneliness and survival, I pieced myself into someone sharper, steadier, colder. That's when I met him. Elias, a man with ambition carved into his bones. A strategist, a builder, someone who could read a room in 3 seconds and command it in 5. But with me he was soft, patient, a storm with hands gentle enough to hold breakable things. He proposed after 2 years, quietly, privately, respectfully. I built a business with him, then 2, then 3. Confidence became my second skin. And when we were invited back to my hometown for a charity gala I was hosting, one my company funded, I knew the universe was offering me something rare, closure with teeth. I invited my mother, my sister, and Daniel personally. Not out of kindness, out of precision. I wanted them to see the woman they tried to dismantle, and the man who loved her. The gala was bright, opulent, alive with music and crystal chandeliers. My entrance was quiet, yet the room shifted when I walked in. People greeted me with respect, real respect, not the conditional kind I grew up with. Then Elias entered, tall, controlled, commanding. My mother's face drained first, because she recognized him, not as my husband, but as the CEO she once begged for donations. The man whose decisions shaped industries, the one she described as untouchable, in a tone dripping with envy. My sister gasped. Daniel took a step back. "But mother," she whispered, barely audible. "How him?" I stepped closer, my voice low, steady, lethal. "You told me I needed someone stronger," I said. "You were right." Elias slipped his hand around my waist. Steady, grounded.
Mine.
And then, loud enough for them to hear, he murmured, "Ready for our speech, Colonel?" Their eyes widened. They didn't know about the years I spent training, leading, earning ranks they would never understand. They didn't know about the medals tucked away in drawers. They didn't know who I had become in the absence of their belief. My mother opened her mouth, but nothing came out. My sister looked sick. Daniel looked ruined. And for the first time in years, I felt something pure relief. Not revenge, just release. During the speech, I thanked Elias publicly. My partner, my equal, my anchor. Afterward, the applause echoed, warm and honest. My mother waited by the exit, wringing her hands. "Why didn't you tell us?" she asked. I held her gaze, calm as still water. "You never asked," I said. "And you never cared to know." She flinched like I'd struck her. I walked away, not triumphant, not vengeful, just free. As I left the gala, Elias laced his fingers through mine. "You okay?" he asked. I took a breath, steady, full, clean. "I'm perfect," I said, because I finally understood. Some betrayals kill you, others sculpt you, and mine made me unstoppable.